Hello everyone, my name is Bobby Srivastav and I'm here with Nick, and very excited to interview Nick for making lemonade out of lemons, the Insurance Insider Edition. So Nick, tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do in the industry.
Well, you told Amber you loved her.
I love Nick too.
Oh, I love Bobby. Name's Nick Lamparelli. I have basically two functions, two things that I'm kind of juggling, aside from being a husband and a father, which is the most important thing. But I'm a chief underwriting officer for an MGA called Rethought Insurance, and we focus predominantly on complex flood coverage. And I am consigliere for insurance nerds, or chief inspirational officer, whatever Tony decides to label me. And both are a labor of love.
So what excites you about the insurance industry? Because you guys started Insurance Nerds. It's amazing.
I didn't
network.
start it. I joined later
You
on,
joined
so I got to
later on?
give credit to where credit is due to Carly and Tony. But I definitely recognize, like, this is awesome. I would like to be a part of this. So I definitely wanted to jump in because I enjoy writing about insurance. I enjoy discussing it, and I'm a numbers geek and a science geek, and I think one thing that I've learned about insurance is that it's basically applied everything. It's where the rubber hits the road, right? It's where the risk gets transferred. So if you think about what it takes to transfer risk, all that stuff before that, it takes science and law and accounting and marketing and cleverness, salesmanship, game theory. You know, like if you actually like dig in and see all of the necessary elements that it takes to get a deal done, it's immensely fascinating. So, you know, everything from, you know, for us, I just got submitted a $30 million condo complex sitting on a pier in Boston, Massachusetts. So the water is actually floating underneath the exposure. And it's like, we need flood coverage. You know, so it's, you know, the science and the engineering and the economics, the game theory, trying to figure out how do we get this deal done.
Yeah.
That's, to me, that's the most interesting part. And then I haven't even mentioned claims, which is this their best part, and that is when something really bad happens, bringing people back to whole, being able to put your arm around them, being able to provide comfort and support. So it's not ridiculous to say that insurance society couldn't function without it. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
Good. That was awesome. So tell us about a time where lemons were thrown at you, and how did you turn out? How did you make lemonade?
Yeah. So I knew this question was coming, and I've been thinking really deeply about it. I can't think of a single example, simply because I think, like, as a startup founder and someone in two startups, every day I'm getting lemons thrown at me, every single day. And it's, there's no single thing, it's just the diligence to keep, as the lemons are getting thrown at you, trying to pick them up or grab one, and then make your lemonade on the side as they're continuously getting thrown at you. That's the challenge. So, you know, before this $30 million complex got sent to me, the reason it got sent was because we bound a $20 million structure on the water in the Boston area, and that one was pretty complex. You know, very large limits, high exposure, and I think the broker gave up that we would be able to get it done. And May 1st is next week, and we got it done with room to spare.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's not like a single thing. It's just that you have to get used to just being able to continuously plow forward with lemons like hail, just landing all over you, and just making the best of it, because the lemons never get stopped thrown at you.
Yeah, it's important to be, as you mentioned, like flexible, nimble, be adapting to change, right? And giving that possibility, that being creative, right? That 20
Yeah.
million policy. I mean, that was creativity that went into a lot of it.
Yeah, I hate to say, like, don't give up, but we didn't give up.
Yeah.
And we kept turning stones and trying to figure out how to get that done. And the lemons is a metaphor for adversity, and it's never going to stop coming. So you have to figure out a way to get what you need done with adversity just hailing around you like lemons. Like you have no choice to do that. Whether you're a startup founder or you work for a large company and you're a little bit more secure, those lemons are still going to come. That adversity is always going to come, and it's how you behave when they come. Can you overcome that? Can you consistently overcome that? Because it's not going to stop.
So any additional advice you would give to insurtechs, insurance professionals that are wanting to make a change in the industry?
Yeah, I think the most important thing, if I could boil it down to one, is differentiation. Be different. Do not try to copy your competitors. Do not, you need to be the needle in the haystack, not the haystack. You need to stand out. It doesn't matter how great your solution is. You need to stand out. Humans have evolved to search out things that are different. So if you can't stand out, then you just blend in, and it doesn't matter how good your solution is. So to me, that's probably the single most important thing to do. Everything else sort of falls into place, because in order to stand out, you need to have a good solution. You need to have certain characteristics about yourself, about your company, about your culture, in order to stand out. So it's to me, that's probably the one piece of advice that works for everything, not just startups, but your career. Finding a spouse. You got to stand out. You got to peacock.
Well, thank you so much, Nick. It's been a pleasure. And until next time, guys, thank you.
Cheers.